Well, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, May 13th. Uh, Today is the second Wednesday in May, which means it is National Third Shift Workers Day. So if you know somebody who is a third shifter, give them a salute on social media today. Throw them some love, some kudos. Working the third shift is I've done it before, and it is not easy. So happy National Third Shift Workers Day today. I know there's plenty in the medical world who are quite accustomed to working the third shift. So I'm giving a shout out to all the hardworking LNAs and nurses at at all of the different skilled nursing facilities in our state who are working the third shift, the graveyard shift. We appreciate everything you do so much. Hey, I am real excited about tomorrow morning's show. I have been hearing so much about the queen of optimism. Shelley Roxanne is her name. Number one best-selling author of The Frustrated Believer. That's the name of her book. She is the chief optimist at She Rocks Enterprises, and she is a big time. I can't wait to get her on the show tomorrow morning. Hey, daily dose of feel good, and I like to start it if there's a good one out there that I think that you would enjoy. It is going to be tough to top this Mother's Day gift, and a woman from Australia received a scratch off lottery ticket from her daughter for Mother's Day. When she played it, turned out to be that gift that just keeps on giving. She won the jackpot of $30,000. Plans to use the winnings towards home improvement. Um, Vermont weather, and we're going to be getting to Donna Thunder here in just a little bit. She's going to be joining up with me, which I can't wait to get her on. Roger Hill is saying morning sun mixing with some clouds, a high near 50 today. This is the beginning of a little bit of a warming trend. Actually, it's going to be coming in pretty soon. Um, Thank gosh, huh? Man, the winds are still going to be blowing though today around 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight going to be clear and chilly, a low around 30, and then tomorrow on Thursday, sunshine, some clouds in the afternoon. But again, we're going to be rebounding nicely, around 55 to 60. So finally, huh? Um, Vermont news today. Governor Phil Scott has agreed to allow Vermont hotels and motels to begin reopening on May 22nd. The lodging industry in Vermont was eventually shuttered in March, of course, when the coronavirus pandemic struck. And now Scott says that state residents and those from out of state who have met the 14-day quarantine requirement can now stay in Vermont hotels. So, again, May 22nd is when this will begin to happen. Reservations made by people from out of state who cannot meet the 14-day quarantine requirement must be canceled through June 15th. How is this going to be policed? How is this going to be monitored? Your guess is as good as mine. Dr. Anthony Fauci is warning about trying to reopen the country too quickly. This is probably one of the biggest national stories going on right now during the ongoing coronavirus outbreak. Testifying at a video conference during a Senate hearing, he said that it could lead to severe consequences, and he's getting a lot of support too. Fauci told the New York Times this week that a premature reopening might prompt needless suffering and death. In the state hearing, Fauci was also pressed about students returning to campuses in the late summer and early fall. He said it's unrealistic to think that a coronavirus treatment or vaccine will be available, calling it a bridge too far. He thinks a second wave of coronavirus in the United States is entirely conceivable and possible in the fall. Meanwhile, we've got Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer pleading with President Trump to listen to his top public health officials. Speaking to reporters at Capitol Hill, he addressed the president directly by saying, President Trump, listen to Dr. Fauci. Follow science, not your ego. Wow. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, meanwhile, pitching another stimulus package. She's calling the ongoing coronavirus crisis the biggest catastrophe in U.S. history. People across the country, according to this Monmouth University poll, aren't as worried about a family member contracting COVID-19 as they were a month ago. 42% of Americans said that they are very concerned about a loved one getting seriously ill from the virus, while 28% said somewhat concerned. That's a big difference from a month ago. Those numbers were 50% and 33%, respectively. So, yeah. Let's see, what else do we have? Marijuana sales way up, along with wine sales. That's what apparently we're still reaching for the most. A Brooklyn, New York liquor store owner said that business was up fourfold, describing it as New Year's every day to NBC. Meanwhile, pot sales are just cranking. In Nevada, the dispensary Blackbird in that state saw business shoot up 800% over the last couple of weeks. Amazing. So, wacky world news. Apparently, it is now possible to, and you maybe heard about this yesterday, to drop $30,000 at Costco within just a couple of seconds, and not for the bulk items, not for alcohol or anything like that over at Costco, but for a baseball signed by Babe Ruth. They just added that item to their online sports memorabilia. Meanwhile, we got Neiman Marcus going bankrupt. You'd think that they would have jumped at this, but anyway, it's the most expensive item on the list. The baseball was officially licensed by Major League Baseball and comes with a certificate of authenticity. So if you want a Babe ball, you got to get on Costco. Of all the places, huh? Again, it's just about 7:41. We have Donna Thunder, who's going to be joining us this morning in just a little bit, talking about this. We're going to be catching up, actually. We're going to be spending some time talking about Vermont music and what's happening to local artists here in our state. And she is going to be giving you some information on where you can go on your computer to see some live entertainment with a full spectrum of genre, country and rock. And I don't think she knows any live classical performances going on in Vermont, but pretty much everything else. She is a fantastic lady and has really turned into a dear friend, and I can't wait to have her on this morning. Celebrity Spotlight, things are getting cheesy between Guy Fieri and Bill Murray. The celebrity chef and the actor are going to be facing off in the Nacho Average Showdown to see who can make the best plate of nachos. The contest is going to benefit Fieri's Restaurant Employee Relief Fund, which assists restaurant workers affected by the pandemic. Shaquille O'Neal and Terry Crews will serve as judges. The matchup is going to be Friday night at 5 o'clock Eastern time on Food Network's Facebook page. So tune in for that. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to be watching that, actually. At least I'm going to try to remember. We have more Tiger King coming to Netflix now. This time it's going to be about the tiger attack that ended Siegfried and Roy's run in Vegas. Roy Horn was, I remember this so well, he was mauled on stage back in 2003, and took him 3 years until he could walk and talk again. He died Friday from coronavirus at the age of 75. So again, that's going to be coming to Netflix. Tiger King. Interesting. Not sure why they're going to be calling it Tiger King. I thought that would have been, I don't know, trademarked. Maybe I'm misunderstanding things. I don't know, but it'll be on Netflix soon. If I find out more about it, I'll be sure to let you know. Hey, get ready for a mini version of American Horror Story. There's going to be a new spin-off series. It's in the works right now. But these are going to be standalone ghost stories told in 1-hour episodes. I got to see it. The news comes as season 10 remains in limbo because of the coronavirus crisis. So it could be pushed back. It could be pushed back an entire year at this point. But the show has already begun renewing through season 13. So 1-hour ghost stories, you bet. I'm going to be watching that. Probably will be binge watching, I'm sure. The Friends reunion special could start taping at the end of the summer. Warner Media Entertainment and direct-to-customer chairman Bob Greenblatt said that they're hoping to get the special done by the end of the summer, and hopefully by then get back into production. The Friends reunion special was supposed to be available on HBO Max on May 27th, but delayed indefinitely because of the pandemic. Music news: Kurt Cobain's 1959 Martin D18E acoustic guitar is going up for auction. This was the guitar that he used during Nirvana's performance on MTV Unplugged in 1994, which, if you're a fan, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. It'll be auctioned off as part of its Music Icons auction next month, done through Julian's Auctions. Bidding is estimated to start. Are you ready for this? Take a guess in your mind before I let go with the number here. What do you think? $100,000? $300,000? $1 million. $1 million. A press release says the guitar also comes with a case decorated by Kurt Cobain himself, a half-used pack of Martin guitar strings, and 3 baggage claim ticket stubs. At last year's auction, his sweater that was worn during that same gig broke the record for the most expensive sweater sold at auction, $334,000 to have Kurt Cobain's sweater. And now his 59 Martin is going up for $1 million. Not entirely surprised, but I guess that's, to be expected, especially if you've got that kind of money. I think she's connecting with us right now. Look at that. Oh my God. Donna Thunder. Hi, honey. Just take your just unmute your microphone so we can hear you. There's a There you go. There you go. Hi, sweetheart.
Good morning.
Hi.
You're the only one in 12 years that's gotten me up this early.
Seriously. No, seriously. Is that the truth?
Yeah. No, I mean, sometimes when I used to go clean houses a long time ago. But no, I usually don't get up now. I sit and lay in bed and read, and especially during the pandemic.
You're a little overmodulated, a little distorted, a little loud. I don't know if you have any way of turning that down at all.
Let me
Um,
see.
I mean,
Let me.
we can hear
Hold on.
you, which is a good thing.
Sometimes I have to. It's too loud.
A little bit, a little bit. Yeah, you're
Let me just get one of these. It's gonna
in the
seem weird.
in the meanwhile, Donna Thunder with me, my guest this morning, live on YouTube at 7:48, and I'm looking in the background at presumably, I don't know if it's her basement, her studio, or what the hell that is, but
It's this. Is that better?
a little bit better. Yeah, yeah,
Yep, better.
a little bit.
Compliments of a nurse's nylon stocking.
You know, it's not even 8 o'clock, and I'm looking at a half naked woman, a disco ball, a Bruce Springsteen album, and Christmas lights. Is
Yes.
this is this is this? Oh my God,
Jay, this is wild. Jay Willis Pratt.
unreal,
So
unreal.
Jay
No,
Jay Jay Willis Pratt will be. Are we on that?
yeah. Do you have a microphone in front of your mouth?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, just move it away. Just
How do I get
maybe
that? I usually hold on. I'm gonna shut
just
this
a
off
few
while I do this.
inches. Yeah, you can move it away, just, maybe an inch or two. I know exactly the headset you're wearing. This is Donna Thunder, everybody, who's up early this morning. I hope she's not going to be too upset with me for getting her up early here. These rock stars, they like to, stay up until 2 and 3 in the morning and then sleep until like noon the next day. So anytime you ask and I have found this to be so true, anytime you ask a musician um, to get up in the morning and join you on the air, it
There.
usually
How's
does.
that?
It's a little bit better. Yeah,
Is that better? I've
yeah,
got it
that's
pulled
better.
away.
Yeah.
I've got it pulled away.
As long as
Better,
you don't,
better.
as long as you don't scream or anything, and give
Oh, that's
me.
gonna be hard.
I know. Now listen. When I
Did
see
you?
this background at your house, it just makes me, the feeling that I get is that I got to get over there. I just got to get
This.
over there.
Welcome to the Cellar Dwellers. We do quick videos down here called the Noontime Quickie Cellar Dwellers videos. So once in a while, Chris will come home from lunch, and in 5 minutes, we'll pop off a live video from the Cellar Dwellers.
Tell me
The rest
more.
of the house does. The rest of the house does not look like this.
Tell me more, though. Tell me more of what to expect with the Cellar Dwellers. I mean, how often is it a YouTube channel? Can you subscribe? Is there
Oh no! It's just off the cuff, nothing serious. I've been working on some new songs, and one I just started writing. It's pretty funny. Is God, is there cheating up in heaven?
Yeah, tell me
Just
about that. I
that
I saw that the message on that. Tell me.
I wanted to, let the rain fall like beer. It's like I'll have to tell you about those. I've got 5 going on, um, with a wonderful musician out of Plainfield. He is a producer, a songwriter, a production manager, a business owner. There is nothing that this man can't play, and that is Colin McCaffrey.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And yeah, he's the deal, you know. And are we on now? Can I
We're
talk about?
live.
Oh,
We're
we're live
live.
now.
We're
Ooh,
live. Just bring
well,
your just bring your camera down just a pinch so we can see more of your beautiful face. There you go. And then
whoop.
yeah. Oh, that's great.
Better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have to get this out of the way. So, you know, we're here to talk about local music,
Yeah, we
local
are.
fun.
And listen,
Look at this. I'm going to show you this. I don't know if
love
you can
this
see
lady.
this.
I love this
See,
lady
two
so much.
pages. 2 pages. Let me get that out of the way. I do have to get something that can go get this microphone business under hand.
No,
There we go. So
that's all right,
I've
honey.
got 2 pages of this and about where it starts, right?
Yeah.
How do these local musicians get going? I'm a late bloomer. You know that. I didn't get into this until I was in my 40s.
Yeah.
I knew one song on a guitar, and I played that in 3 different places in one day. I knew the song really well. But anyway, so where I started seeing things happen where I could join in was Sherry Lamberton. So many people who never picked up a guitar, didn't know how, but had that just ultimate love for music, got to go to Sherry's and get up and sing a song like they were the ones that recorded it. So,
And most of
and
them started out as kids doing that with Sherry.
yes, yes. And I was an old kid.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
my life changed. A lot of people I knew were hanging over here, and I just said, I don't want to do not right or wrong. I just found my life not going forward as
Yeah.
I'd hoped. And even if you go forward, sometimes you slide back and then you go forward again, as we all know. So
Amen to that.
I have to give that kudos. And today, people like Lenny Ostenberg, who has the recording studio, who's right now under the coronavirus shutdown, as so many of us, what he did for such artists, Tim Brick,
Oh
Jimmy
yeah.
T, it goes
So
on and
many.
on.
So
So
many.
many. To nowadays,
Lenny's amazing. Lenny, we
yes,
salute you, my brother. Thank you. And I hope
and
you're watching this morning.
yes, and give him a big cheer of get well. All of us. He needs a
Yeah.
big cheer. He's been not feeling top shelf, and neither did I. I'm known as Dr. Feel Good, or the lady that's always got a joke. I cried all day yesterday. I missed my mama. I couldn't put my finger on it. And somebody was telling me, you know, big girls and big boys don't cry, but men and women do.
Yeah.
And you know what? I wish I'd done it sooner. Damn. I was
Yeah.
miserable for a couple of days, but I'm out of it now, thanks
Yeah.
to you and
I
my friends. So let's do the same. And that's going to bring me to Jasmine White, who has opened up the bookings for people throughout New England, and her love for music, her badass band, Heartless,
yeah.
um, her
God, can
theater productions.
she can sing like whew,
Yeah, I
man.
know.
I
I
mean,
know.
I gotta tell you, I was this past Heritage Festival.
Yes.
I was I can't remember where I was coming from, but I was headed home, and I don't know if it was the Friday night or the Saturday night, but I was coming through Barry around the backside, and I had my windows down. It was a nice warm night, and I heard Heartless, and
Yeah.
I think it was I'm pretty I'm pretty sure that it may have been my first time
Hearing them?
hearing them. I think I had heard about them and how good they were. But when I heard what I heard, what the hell?
It's amazing.
The name of the show is aired out. So I really don't care. It's not like I can get a ticket now because it was,
Oh,
almost a year ago. But I literally just pulled over. I pulled my car right over on the side of the road, right by a barricade,
isn't that something?
by the church there in the corner. And
Mm-hmm.
I jumped out of my car like I was getting stuck with a hot poker. And I
To
ran
find it,
up to the
isn't that
front of
something?
that stage so I just couldn't believe it. I mean, but
She's
anyway,
doing she's doing a theater production now. I believe it's going to be centered out of Waitsfield. So check in on Jasmine White. Um, I wanted to acknowledge the places that before my time that I knew where to go. I
yep,
wasn't allowed to go to Dreamland.
that's right.
I wasn't allowed to go to the Silver Dome. I wasn't allowed to go to Nichols Barn. But I did eventually find Charlie O's.
Yes. Yes.
Where on the eighth day God made beer. Or so it says
Yes.
on the Give it up for Charlie O's. How many bands got their first start in Charlie O's?
I know. A, a
You know,
huge number. Chad
I can't.
Hollister
Yeah,
among them. Among them.
yes.
You know.
Dave Keller,
Dave Keller.
Sunday afternoons, Sunday afternoon blues jam.
Yep.
Blue Fox was out
Yes.
there. Starline Rhythm Boys.
Yes. I
Uh,
know. Keep going. I'm
who else?
writing this all down because it's just I'm taking every time I talk to you, there's a pen in my hand. Do you know
Yeah.
that? I'm serious. I'm serious. Every time I talk with you,
Are you scratching something?
I'm always taking notes. I always am. I
Well,
have to.
people, gave me a chance, and I've got to mention I can't mention everybody because there's so many.
I know.
Scott Campbell.
Oh yeah.
I think I did one of my first recordings ever
Yep.
of my own songs with Scott, and I was a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
I played the fiddle, and
You played
I
the fiddle in front of Scott Campbell?
was that ignorant or what?
Well, no, I'm not. Listen, this is no disrespect on your fiddle playing, which I don't think I've
Oh,
ever even heard because
no.
I know you're multi-talented, but I've never heard you. But anyone playing, somebody out of Nashville who's playing the fiddle should be a little nervous in front of Scott Campbell.
Oh my God. And I know. He does his Facebook um daily, I hope it's daily,
Yeah.
songs of the day or several songs.
Yeah.
He had these learning CDs, and this is how I learned. You can purchase these learning CDs from him. He takes a simple song, shows you how to do it, breaks it down step by step,
Mhm.
and you will be playing the song. You don't know how to read a lick of music, but he's got you playing your own songs.
Isn't
And
that amazing?
that feeds the appetite to say, I want to do some more.
Yeah.
And you can.
You know,
So,
Scott was on my calendar to come on or to come into the studio as a guest. And I think at the time I said, he knows that we had pulled the plug on the studio shows, but I'm kind of hoping that I might be able to hold off and get him back in the studio, which I think
you
would.
could do this with him.
I could.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to him. I'll reach out to him and see if he wants to go via Zoom here from
Hey,
home.
can you hear my furnace running?
I can.
Do you want me to
Yeah, I
shut it
can.
down? Hold on.
No, it's all
Okay.
right. I can. It's
So
all right.
I just had to mention him, and I'm just going to go down through because
Yeah,
these are bands that you're not going to believe this. So you had those places: the Grange, Dreamland, Charlie O's, Nichols Barnes. We had um, McGillicuddy's. We had the American Legion, the VFW, the Moose out in Williamstown, which is being Barry. Um, uh, Lindsay Contoys, she just re-upped, in the last couple of years, having music out at her pub, and it was people are hungry. These bands,
sure they
right?
are.
Bob Nelson. Look what
Oh
he's
yeah,
done for the Barry community, not only with his volunteer, but his band with Todd Wells.
yeah,
Um, it goes on. Papa Graybeard. I don't know if
yeah.
you know him. He's a go-to for you, an extraordinary musician. Now
You,
we're
you,
going more local.
yeah.
You know where it starts off? The
You,
church suppers.
yeah. But before you do the church suppers, I want to make sure that we don't slip by this name. You say Bob Nelson, T.J. Powers.
Oh my God, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. You have
Jeez.
all those. So I
But
think
go
of
ahead.
Gustos, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So I think it's Sean, and they opened up to having early bird music at 5 o'clock. Then they'd have somebody in between, then they have the big bands at night.
okay,
What a place for musicians to start.
yeah,
Allie T,
yeah,
my dear friends, Maura Quinn, who you've got to have on your show. She is a writer extraordinaire. She was a
Oh, you
TV
told me about her. You told me.
and her partner Jennifer, who was also I call Boris, incredible guitar player. Oh my God, really the real deal. Put her up against anybody.
But you were saying the church suppers.
Oh my God. So somebody says, you want to come play the church supper? And I'm like, yeah, you know me. So
Yeah.
yeah. So we go down and there's two people on this little stage and maybe 40 or 50 people at tables. And they come in looking down
Yeah.
and they've just got their faces in their plates. And all the ladies are serving them, Dot and Cindy. There's a staff in the kitchen that's putting the meal out. Norwich cadet students are coming over to serve and clean up. And we're playing music. And all of a sudden, all those hungry faces, like in February, look up at you. Can I play the drum? Shh, get up here. Yes, you can play
Wow.
the drum. And the kids, we get the kids up with that microphone. But that was brought to me by Bill Carroll and the Maria's Bagels crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, Maria's Bagels. Musicians were meeting on Sundays at 1:30 in the afternoon. People from Burlington, around Barry, some of the homeless, Bill Carroll, Flint, Steve Sawyer, Paul Sharon, Jan Johnson Pecor, all coming together in a separate community. So there's pockets that maneuver around town like a chess game. But there's no winners and there's no losers. We're all winners if we just play with each other. I'm passionate about it. Um, I want to reach out to Scott Graves, who is an old time musician who played with my partner Chris Martin for years, Wolf Larson, and Charlie O's. He's played um, Gustos. It just goes on. The Burke family, Ray Burke, Kelly
Oh
Burke,
yeah.
Sam Burke. They are the salt of the earth. They they are the light of the day. I just can't believe the goodness and the gifts I've received as a human being to have even known such great people. Ron Brule. I don't know if you know Ron Brule. He has a
No.
PT Cruiser that's all pimped out. I mean, like American flag style. Older gentleman. Look up his.
Is it as pimped out as yours?
Oh, more so.
Okay.
Mine's modest.
All right.
My poor car's gonna have to go one of these days. That car's seen a lot of fun, no pun intended. So, any Ron Belay, look him up and play his album that came out in the 60s or 70s, I think. And he went he went regional. I think he became like one of the best artists in New England. And we don't even a lot of people don't recognize the name. And I said, butter me a bit, shut my mouth and butter me a biscuit because it's extraordinary. And he needs to be brought back to the forefront.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
uh,
writing.
you
I'm
know,
writing this down. I'm writing this
um,
down.
can you believe I went through all this Blue Frogs? Imagine that, a brand new band out of Barry with Brenda Oteria, Pete Sinclair. I don't know what Wade's last name. Chris Martin on lead guitar. Johnny Badeau. What band hasn't Johnny Badeau been in? Huh? What's
I
his name?
love hearing you drop names, man. You're so dialed into the music community. It's amazing.
And I'm nobody really. I'm just
Oh,
somebody that
Donna.
loves it. I love the fact that somebody gave me a chance. You gave me a chance. You gave me a chance.
We all you've given me a chance too. My gosh, you talk about somebody who's supported me and believed in me. You're my big cheerleader, and gosh, I
And
love
you
you,
got
and I miss you so
I
much,
miss you
honey.
too. I think
Ah,
part of my blues that I've had is I I miss the interaction with people. Those poor people that I run into up on the cow pasture.
yeah. Yeah.
Hey, where are you from? What do you do? You know, I
Yeah.
can't help it. I just miss it. Now, before we get too far, we gotta talk about. I've got some more here too.
Yeah. Go ahead. Run your list, honey. Run it.
We've got to talk about J. Willis Pratt. We're bionic, who is who is sitting right now in his hospital bed in Burlington with his friend Peter Scott, listening to you,
Hey, guys.
listening to us. We're bionic. Give him the rock sign, and he's having a big cancer surgery tomorrow.
Wow.
And yes, and it's been a long, long road for him. It really, really has. And we wish him well. If you get a chance, go online and watch This Is Wild. Hemingway House out of Canada just did a documentary on J. Willis Pratt and the life of, this moment of time of him coming through his cancer, the benefits that were held for him to be on the same stage. His best friend, John Fishman from the band Fish, I'm not worthy. And these guys sit side by side and just heckle with each other. And the humor that they bring out. And here's Willis just crimped over in pain. And they're cracking jokes. And we love
Where's
Willis.
where's this documentary? How can I find it?
YouTube, if you go on YouTube and it's www, I'll have to send it to you. I don't want to misquote it.
Yeah, but what's the name of it again?
Hold on. I'm going to look it up on my other thing.
You-
They change it. It's not a
No,
traditional Willis
it's
thing.
all right.
Let me see. Let's see if he's.
I'll just Google J. Willis Pratt.
Yeah, Hemingway
You
House.
see, Jen, she doesn't know the name. Hemingway House.
Yes.
I busted on you.
Greg Hemmings.
All right.
Now we're going to go over, and we're not done with him because if anybody, Willis, this is dire times. He's got people helping him. The silent community, the angels that were taking care of him in the middle of the night. This Peter and his partner, and um, my partner has known him for a long time, and we just want Willis well. You know, J. Willis Pratt, and he wears he's got a real Superman outfit. And it's such a thing. It's a real Superman outfit, and I've never seen anybody that can own who he is as J. Willis Pratt can. And he has a Spider-Man outfit.
He sounds like a badass. I'd love to meet him.
Oh, you've got to meet him. And for a long time, I think for 12, 14 years, he's been coming to our family's holiday dinners.
Wow.
You've got to do the story on him. So we're going to step over into another world. We have people such as when we couldn't get a gig anywhere, our local music went up to Bayside Restaurant on the shore of Lake Champlain in St. Albans,
Yeah.
the home of Chuck and Debbie Lowe, and they now have a marina up there. We knew two songs on two hokey guitars, and we started playing up there on a Friday night. And we soon went from Brian, our dear friends Brian and Ron Snap, of four people, till we would bring in sometimes 100, 120. Got out of hand. It 120 people on a Friday night for an open mic. And what they did for us, Starline boys would be playing there on Wednesday. I don't know if John Lackard. There's another one, John Lackard. Think about these musicians who this was their livelihood. The
Yeah.
John Lackard Blue Band. Yeah, it touches my soul. To the core, it really does. George Richards, Johnny Cash tribute show.
George and I are so overdue for having him on the podcast. We've been in touch over the years, and for one reason or another, at one point we almost snuck him on the air on the last radio station that I was working for, but I felt like he really deserved, not 5 minutes of chatter and 3 minutes of music, but rather, a more in-depth interview. So
Yes.
I'm going to get him on. I got
Yes.
to get him on.
That's awesome. I'm going to remember Tammy Fletcher.
Of course.
Remember Tammy Fletcher? Look, the big ones. Dave Keller, Tammy Fletcher,
Big
um,
Joe. Big Joe.
Big Joe, yes. Jeannie and the High Tops. Jam on Toast, the Adams Band.
Jam
Tim
on
Brick.
Toast, yes. Tim Brick. Yeah, the
Yes.
Adams Band. Oh my God. Jamie Lee
Diamond.
Thurston.
Oh, woo! My idol Jimmy T. I miss
Jimmy
him.
T. And Wayne Warner.
He's right here.
All right, now you go ahead with your list. You go ahead.
Look at the Quarry Restaurant opening the corner of their street to music. Right? We played Morris Block Deli, Inside and Out.
Yeah.
I can't thank them enough. I mentioned Jim Thompson.
Yeah.
Local. Here's another one. Painter, songwriter, incredible musician who goes around Lake Champlain in the summertime on one of those big boats and entertains. He is an entertainer. He has helped me. He said, "Don't worry, you can do it." I wanted to go down Channel 2 Dub Band. If you haven't heard them, it's another. It branches out a little bit further than Barrie, but it's still Vermont, and it's still they're back there in the rafter sorter, and they need to be brought forward. Quinny Quinville, Franco Plavic, Cooper, extraordinary drummer. How did I get out to know all these people? And I haven't played with Tammy Fletcher.
And there was that dude that you were hugging so much at Jimmy T's memorial service, and I took a picture of the two of you guys. Is he on that list?
Who was that?
There was this guy.
Was it you?
No, there was this guy. When I was heading out, you just wrapped your arms around him, and I think he
tall fella.
Yeah,
might have been my cousin. Speaking of him, we got to bring him in. Alan Wood, guitarist extraordinaire with his band. What's Pirates? Hold on. I can't believe I get so excited about thinking about him.
See how wide awake you are? And it's not even 8:30.
I am pretty awake. Well, I'm prepared. I was up last. If I take this seriously, if people want to know who I've appreciated out there, and I know I'm going to miss some people.
No, I don't want.
I got Wayne Warner right here.
I don't want you to miss one name on that paper, so please run them down. Run them down.
Barrie Opera House.
Don't lose your place. Don't lose your place.
I won't. Barrie. Oh, here's one. Alexander Bundy.
Oh yeah.
You guys don't know what's going on. That he is fabulous.
It's a boy from Connecticut, but he's up in the Northeast Kingdom. Bass player.
Yeah,
Dave Keller.
Exceptional and so I was going over to a local folk smokehouse in Waitsfield to do an open mic, and people look at me and they go, they just because I'm a senior, and so I got up on stage and I'm giving it my all. I said, I do every time. I'm like, this might be your last time, so you do it like it's your last time.
Yeah.
Or else don't. And I have to work up my courage, believe it or not. And so I hear these guys yelling from the kitchen, "Hey, come watch this old broad. She's really good." And I was just wailing it. And that's Alexander Bundy's open house mic. Exceptional, gracious, great house band. Can't say enough about him. He has this virtual open mic that goes on Thursdays and Sundays, I think Saturdays now. He also does DJ Wool. He spins the tables at night from his cellar. He's so unusual, almost geeky, but so freaking cool because he does the dance moves. He's not afraid to express himself. And that gives me courage if I want to go up and use my freaking wah wah, wah wah, right? So look him up. He's on Facebook. What? What?
He and I have chatted a little bit. He and I have chatted a little bit, but yeah, that's for sure. He's
So I
on my
can't say enough.
list.
What the other thing that I can't forget is my partner, Chris Martin. Now we do shows here at 214 Hill Street, and they're called Live from Donna's. And if you look it up, you can either go to my Facebook page, which I forget, or go to YouTube, and they're done through Lenny. If you have any questions, Lenny has given us so much of his time. And once again, Lenny, I hope you're feeling better, because we need you out here. We really, really do. We're going to pop down to Tunbridge, Vermont. Tunbridge, Vermont. Little old time fashion thing. If you've never heard Rudy Riddell, he played it at a time with a band called Haywire with Marty Young out of Tunbridge. Just exceptional, exceptional music. Tunbridge Fair, the gazebo, the grass seed gazebo. Had the opportunity to play there on many occasions. Chris and I go down and we go to the back parking lot and we set up and we play from the parking lot. And for years, we had the privilege to go into the cow barn and play with Kelly and Sam Burke. Oops, where'd you go? Did you?
Oh,
I lost you.
I'm right here.
I lost you. There you are.
Right here.
Being able to go in and play with the Burke family in the cow barn.
Yeah.
The passing of Kelly has just ripped it. Yes, yeah. And to see his brother carrying on, to see Ray Burke carrying on, playing music.
Yeah.
And
Who's still Ray is still he's still playing. Ray is still playing. He's going around. He's hitting nursing homes, and he hasn't in a couple of months now, but over the years he has still, and he is so entertaining.
He lost his one of his bass players, Steve Burkholder, has left and has found it necessary to go to live in Florida for a while. So we're going to come back around that. We might be having a back porch 6 feet apart jam this Saturday on our back porch. So I'll let you know about that, because there's some people that have been wanting to get together, and we're just going to play out to the neighborhood. I want to give a shout out to all the little communities that do variety shows. Waits River.
Oh yeah.
Chelsea, Tunbridge, Enosburg Falls. They all take the time, and most of the money goes to Meals on Wheels. It doesn't go into somebody's pocket.
Yeah.
As far as to buy.
Sure.
But that makes a difference in my heart. We no longer can play in nursing homes, and I don't know about you. This pandemic, with me being shut in, I can't imagine what it's like in a nursing home or a closed facility where you can't even get, you got to sing over the fence. So I've been writing a lot more cards to people.
Yeah.
We got to do something. We got to say something, because just me, myself, and I in my cellar ain't a lot of fun.
Speaking of cards, my dad is at Berry Gardens.
Yes.
And it is particularly difficult for someone with Alzheimer's or dementia to be cooped up and not able to physically embrace family members, husbands, wives, sons, daughters, whatever it may be. And they're having a pretty tough time over there. And the
yes,
I had to make a probably probably one of the top 3 most difficult choices I've ever had to make. But in the end, when it comes to a little 5-year-old girl who's your daughter, whether you're going to be home with her or you're going to be continuing to work at a place where you can see your dad every day. In the end, it was a hard it was a painful decision, but it was it's a hard decision, but it was an easy one at the same time. What I'm trying to say.
I think of the opportunity we
and
had.
Dad and so many others there are having a tough time.
I think of the opportunity we had to play for your mom, so we hold her dear in our hearts too, and we're sorry. It's hard. I'm looking at that. At my age, old Dr. Phil had a tape measure down on the floor, and this lady gets on the tape measure, and she's 56, and she's looking at a short period before her end and the long distance of where she came from. So making hay while the sun shines today, and some days I'm doing it better than others.
Yeah.
And I have to I do have to let you know, my friend Maura know, my friend, I was up in the woods. I said, how can somebody that has so many friends in their life, so many people, so much bounty, my son's alive. My son is alive. How can I feel alone? But it happens. And I just have to ride it out, shed the tears, and then go forward as you do, as everybody. We all have losses, and it's hard sometimes. I just can't. I can't get over it sometimes. So with that being said, I just got the mailing address for Ray Burke. Ray Burke's 80th birthday party had to be canceled. And I know he's blind, but he's got somebody there that can read to him. And he's such a wonderful man. So if anybody wants to send a card out to the one and only infamous Ray Burke, his address is, should I post it or should we just, I got to ask if I can post it.
Well, tell me, I'm going to write it down. I'll post it up on my info here on my social media. But do tell too.
83 Stewart, Stewart Road, Berlin, Vermont, 05602.
05602, Berlin.
Right, and they just sent me a message. Hey, no spring snow up here. She says spring has sprung. Now, I wish Willis.
Lily and I were doing a little walking in Millstone yesterday up in Graniteville, and the spring snow was beautiful in the trees, seeing it a little bit, but every now and then the wind would come and knock a huge chunk of snow off of the tree, and I got nailed in the side of the face a few times, and the wind would pick up and make my face would go partially numb at sometimes, and my shoes were covered in mud from the trail, and I was getting a little pissed off at Mother Nature. Come on, honey. It's the middle of May. Snap out of it.
I was watching her ride her bike. That was a cute clip. When I was riding her little bike.
She just took off. She was like,
she sure did.
Yeah, she was like, Dad,
she made the corner.
Yeah, she's like, Dad, what are these? And I'm like, well, those are training wheels. And she's like, what are those for? And I said, well, those are to help you learn how to ride a bike. She looked at me and she goes, she's 5 years old. She goes, really, Dad? Take them off.
Did she really?
And I'm like, well, oh yeah. And I'm like, well, Dad, or I'm like, well, Lily, we'll take them off at some point, but no, Dad, please take them off now.
Now.
And I got out my wrenches. I took him off, and she got right on that bike and took off like she's been riding for years.
I'm going to try and get you that address
Amazing.
for him. Yesterday was my girlfriend Girl's
for
birthday.
who now?
I'm going to try and get you the address for that Jay Willis documentary because you're going to. It's extraordinaire.
Please do. I talked with Donna Thunder, and I've got a whole page of homework here I've got to do. I love it.
What time do we go to? What time? Oh my God.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay. So
because I'm on I've got to take over dad duties begin at 8:30.
I got one more little group if I can quickly mention them. It's the bluegrass group.
Yeah, please.
So the bluegrass is another walk in the water to as deep in the as you can go and swim with the old country Northeast Fiddlers Association. The players in there, John Nadeau, Butch Howe, Lee Diet, Bonnie and Ron Tucker, extraordinary, Kermel Mira, old time fiddle player. You have, if you haven't heard Ray Warner, Jeff Boomhauer, Rebecca and Claire, Rebecca Padula, songwriter, beautiful voice. Her partner Claire teaches ukulele and plays dobro. I can go on and on. Paul Sharon, it goes on. But what I want to really end with is thank you for helping me have the realization that it's not just about me. You're doing what you're doing because you care about people and you want to spread the word.
Yeah.
And when we lose a friend like Jimmy T, that's a shock. That's one thing,
big time.
It's inevitable. So how do I want the next 10 years to go down? And that's spreading the word that music changes the world. So look forward to having you here.
Listen,
the CD.
Yes, please. Will you please get that to me? Please send that to me. I love that last song. What's the name of that song that you played for me in your car that night?
That's when Chris and I wrote. It's called Once in a While. And that's going to be produced.
Wait a second. J.D. Green and Donna Thunder were in a car in a parking lot at night?
Your bruises didn't show.
Oh my God. Hey, you forgot a name. There's one name. Well, there's probably a few names that we've forgotten.
Oh my God.
There was one that
Look at this.
Are you ready?
Let's see. Kevin at Play It Again Sam's.
I have look in the camera. Don Fields.
Oh my God. How long ago was that?
I know. Well, you talk about Vermont musicians who've etched their notch in this state. God.
What was the name of the guy? Tony Washburn. Yep. You had him on. Did you have him on? We used to go up to. No, you didn't. Yeah, he was.
No, I think I'm going to get all of you crazies. I think I'm going to rent a room at a convention center and get all you crazies in one room and just do one big ass podcast for like 6 hours.
I think that'd be awesome. And I think if we do this thing on Saturday afternoon, out back on the porch, I'll let you know, because that's
Please
pretty interesting.
Let me know.
I will. And look for my CD.
I will get Lily and Sherilyn. Yeah.
Look for my CD that'll be coming out
over there.
Look for my CD. They'll be coming out with Colin McCaffrey, and I'm not quite certain what I'm going to title it, but maybe you can help. And thank you again, JD. Love you.
I love you, honey. You know what's funny? Is that every time Donna's getting ready to come on with me, my God, the funniest thing about Donna is that she'll send me a note saying, "Yeah, I'll come on with you. What are we going to be talking about?"
Well, it doesn't always have to be this. It doesn't always have to be music. We've got writing. Oh, you haven't seen some of my
Oh yeah,
artwork. It's like, when we
honey,
get the
you're
blues.
such an amazing person.
Thank you. You know,
Can I move in
I
for
will.
like a week or two? Is Chris cool with
Sure.
that?
No.
Oh
Can you beat two sticks together?
my God, you guys
So
are
remember,
amazing.
when you go
Bye,
back
honey.
out in
Have a
public, be safe, wear a mask,
yeah,
be kind, do
yes.
good, go forward. And I love my son Travis. And I love you. And my
Love you,
grandchildren.
honey.
Ciao. Love you too. Bye,
Bye,
JD.
honey. Gotta love
Say
having
hi
her
to
on.
Lily. Say hi to Lily.
I will. I'm so curious to see uh Donna Thunder's mask. What she wears for a mask. I'm sure she'll send me a picture of it. But great to chat with her this morning, as always. Hey, we want to thank our sponsors, and without them, it just wouldn't really be possible to pull off this podcast. And we're doing all we can to show them some love. Aeromed Essentials. Lauren Andrews is the owner there, and she is just the sensei of aromatherapy and all natural stuff that's just really damn good for you. The CBD oils, CO2 extracted. We just, and I love it, and and I use it here every single day. I love it.
Ooh,
The turmeric
I
and
could use a
ginger
squirt of
CBD
that.
oil. Yeah, this is the 500 milligram bottle, and we just love it so much. Along with the relief lotion, aromedessentials.com if you want to check out their website, do some browsing, and then just give her a ring, 505-1405, and she'll get it mailed off to you. And you'll have it on your doorstep in the next day or so. We have to say shout out to Jason Gauthier, Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance, the guy that is mowing, trimming, landscaping, wall building, weed whacking, and collecting trash. His side business, Trash King Trash Removal, has just taken off. Jason Gauthier of Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance. You can find Jason on Facebook. He'll come over. He'll give you a free estimate if you want your trash removed. He's very, very, very well priced. So trash removal, cleaning out the garage or barn, he'll take very good care of you. Jason Gauthier. Fontaine Forestry and Millwork. They being Mark and Sharon and the rest of the family and team over there at Fontaine's on Route 14, just below Bragg Farm, is so busy right now. They've got the bagged red hemlock and cedar bark mulch for $5 a bag. If you get 5 or more, they'll be $4 a bag. The bags are 2 cubic feet. You get over there, you don't even have to get out of your car. You throw a credit card or some cash, they'll load it right into your trunk for you, and you'll be off, and you'll get home, and you'll get that garden or that bed spruced up and looking great. If you need more than that, they'll get it delivered to your property for a $40 delivery charge, which you can't beat, and you can get it by the yard. It's a $40 a yard, and they can deliver up to 5 yards, which is a lot of hemlock or cedar bark mulch. So that's that. You can get 1 yard and up to 5 yards delivered, but they'll take very good care of you. If it's wood chips, $25 a yard, and they'll get that delivered to you as well. So learn more, fontainesawmill.com, all locally harvested hardwoods right here from the Green Mountain State. And man, they'll do it finished, they'll do it rough cut, whatever it is that you need, custom orders. They've got this incredible kiln, which I need to get over there and see. I'm not entirely familiar with these new. It's the Nova kiln that they built last summer. So they'll do custom drying orders for you. So if you're thinking about building a stick built or a timber frame, an outbuilding, a workshop, a garage, a barn, whatever it may, a home, whatever it may be, fontainesawmill.com, my presenting sponsor, along with Wright Electric, Chris Wright. There's another one that we forgot to mention, an incredible bass player and an incredible electrician, master certified, serving all of Central Vermont, Wright Electric, who has helped out so much with my podcast over the last couple of months. Without him, I don't know what I would do. So, Chris, thank you so much. And thanks to you for watching. Hopefully, you're going to have a great rest of your day. Be well, take good care of one another. And the Queen of Optimism tomorrow morning, same time, same place, right here. She is just something. I can't wait to have Shelly on the show. I've been looking forward to this, and it's going to be fantastic. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Again, take care of one another. We'll see you soon.